All right, so question of the day is: would you rather be able to tell your past self one thing, or be able to ask your future self one question?
I would. I think I would ask my future self a question. That's probably my choice would be. How about you?
Actually, I think I would tell my past self something.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you ask your future? Why your future self? And what question would you ask?
Um, Before I get into that, the reason I wouldn't ask or tell my past self something because I feel like that's just everyone would probably do that and be like, yeah, you know what, I'll tell them like the lottery number.
Believe it or not, in this poll, everyone would. In this poll,
Most people would ask
people would ask.
their future selves.
Yeah.
Really, I actually figured it'd be the opposite. Like
No.
people would want to know or want to tell them something from the past.
Out of basically, I'm gonna just round numbers off. Out
Okay.
of 6,000 votes,
Uh huh.
3,200 chose ask the future, and like 2,900 said they'll ask.
The past. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I wouldn't do it though because I don't know. I'd like to see what the future holds more. I'm also quite interested. Now, I would also want to know if I'm going to ask a question in the future, if it's going to be like a yes or no question, or like, do you elaborate on like the answers that I'm going to get?
I think it's how you ask the question. I think that's probably
To just ask an open-ended question,
Yeah.
like on some like why or why not type.
Yeah.
All right. So the question I had originally told you was whether or not I got married. It's like, yeah, do I get married? Yes or no, or like, please explain whether or not I did. So that'd be one of the questions I'd ask. Right now in my life, I don't want to get married. I also believe at the age of 35, I will not want to get married. I just don't find marriage interesting anymore.
You don't think that's something you would want to do?
Nah, I'm not gonna cross that bridge. I'm not gonna cross it. I prepared my family for it and everything. I'm like, yo, listen, just
My family.
don't expect to
You
see
made this
me.
sound like it's like a life or death type of situation. I already talked to them. They know.
Yeah, but listen, man, I done changed my mind on it. I remember in the past, literally, like at 18, I was like, yeah, that's something I still wanted to do. At
What?
20, it changed.
I was about to ask what age did it change?
20.
20.
At the age of 20, it changed. Yeah. I think the last little bit of chivalry in me got killed out. And I was like, I ain't doing this shit no more.
Damn.
And it specifically is because I don't want to get too far off topic, but I watched a video of a guy who his wife, and I cried. Like I was so sad that this happened to him. He was the board of directors from some high school, and his wife lied that he abused her, and like essentially just ruined his life, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, bro, I felt so bad because she just seemed like a genuine. Down there. He had a YouTube channel, like he would just tell people, like he'd go out in nature and just talk and such.
Damn.
And the dude killed himself because wife just ruined his entire life, and just destroyed him. So after seeing that, I was like, yeah, bro, not for me.
So I can't do
Yeah,
this.
I'm not doing this. And of course, just hearing the advice of older men. So the question I would ask is, if I got married or not, because I want to know like why the fuck I would if I actually did. Like what happened, what changed, what caused your mindset to flip back the script of what we kind of have been going. And then who the hell is this woman that convinced me to marry her in the first place?
This bitch must be amazing.
Yeah, bro, like some golden pussy type shit. Like what do you have that other girls don't have that you convinced me to marry you, So there's that. I could have asked myself if I wanted to be successful, but I do believe certain questions should just be left up to mystery, and I don't care to know that particularly because I guess my measurement of success, regardless, is just kind of like, am I stable? Am I taking care of myself? Like, do I not have to depend on people? And I know that's going to happen regardless. Now, I could ask myself, am I a billionaire? And if I get the answer no, like, I'm be a little bit disappointed. But like, that's not, I guess, the focus. So, I guess that would be my question. Like, did I get married? And then the second question might be like, do I have kids? Like, did I
You only get one, so you can't even ask that.
True. But if I didn't do the marriage question, then I'd do that.
Oh, that would be
Do I
like
have
the
second.
follow-up?
Yeah. Do I have kids? Like, do you have kids? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I chose the past one because we did kind of discuss this a little bit. I'd be too afraid to ask like the future.
See, and that's the thing. I never understood why. Why would you be afraid to find out that information?
Because I'd be upset if I got an answer I ain't like.
So why not ask a question that you ain't gonna be upset with the answer?
Because there's really only like I don't have many questions I actually would want to ask my like.
Like, do I still stay in shape in the future?
Nah.
You don't care about that. What kind of car I got in the future?
Nah, see that.
Do I have a nice house?
Nah.
Do I have a loving girlfriend?
Nah.
No. Do I have children?
Nah.
No.
I don't want to.
Is the only question you care about money?
Yeah.
Really?
I know this is probably like superficial. I might come off like it might look quite negative on me. It shows what I value, I guess per se. But yeah, that's really the only question.
I'm actually surprised.
It's more like, do I have X amount of money? It's like, do I have X amount of money, or am I financially successful, financially stable, or am I able to take care of my family?
What about your health? Whether or not your health is like on point? No.
Nah, I wouldn't ask that. Okay. So typically, damn near everything I'll ask will be probably circled around money wise. And if I don't get the answer I want to get, I'm gonna be highly upset.
But then let me ask you this, right? You don't get the answer you want, doesn't that say, all right, cool, let me work towards a better outcome? You set yourself up for that?
I guess how I looked at the question is, I only get one question. Mm-hmm. So I really don't see this guy like
it's you.
I really don't see my older self explaining in depth why. I'm kind of looking at this kind of like I really only got a very short, finite amount of time with him. I have one question to ask, he answers it, and after that, like he's gone.
He just disappears.
So like, if he was to give me advice and explain to me, if I was to ask him this question and he said no, but then he gave me advice and told me things, don't do this, but do this, do this, and told me what to do, then yeah, I'm fine with it. But in this scenario, I'm not thinking he's telling me all of that. I'm thinking he's just answering my question.
But even if it's a yes or no, and you ask him, yo, am I a millionaire? Am I a billionaire? And he's like, no, or yes. Even if he says no, you then know whatever you're doing now probably isn't enough, so you need to go harder.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know what to. One, I don't know the reasons why he's not. Who's to say that he wasn't already on the right path and something unfortunate happened?
What if he did have all the money, then he lost all the money?
Well, then exactly. So what if something unfortunate happened to the point where it's like, okay, that's why he lost the money. Maybe it had nothing to do with what he was doing, but just life happened and then some unfortunate shit happened. Also, yeah, you could say go harder, but I don't know what avenue I should go. Should I keep doing this? Should I try something else? Maybe me trying something else is what messed me up or so per se. So it's like, it's the fact that the older self answered the question, but I don't necessarily know what to. Like, I'm still a little bit in limbo, and now I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like
so
that.
Overall, you kind of think that by you asking that question, you'd be more a detriment.
Exactly. But I could go back to the past and tell myself something that actually now might have helped me once I get here.
Okay, what would that be?
Honestly, it would be it would honestly probably just be like take much more risk. Or something along the lines of like taking more risk, putting yourself out there at a younger age, bro. Like just like, like don't care about fear. Like fear is like I would just tell myself essentially like, bro, like fear is fake. Like don't care about fear.
You know what's kind of ironic though? You're saying don't care about fear, but then you still fear the question.
Yeah, I know, right? This is why I have to go back to tell myself this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I knew that at a younger age, I wouldn't have this problem.
But you know that now.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna. Fuck that.
What? Man, you're going against your logic, my friend.
Oh, without a doubt. But it's okay. It's fine. But I would definitely tell myself just take more risks while I was younger. And take more risks and just go more for what you want.
You wouldn't tell yourself to buy a lotto ticket with the numbers and then just win the lotto? No, you wouldn't do that. But that's automatic money right there. Boom.
Yeah, but I don't know the numbers.
What do you mean you don't know the numbers? You find out what the numbers are in the future. Then you go back and you tell yourself in the past.
Yeah, I could do that.
And then when the time comes, you play those same numbers.
I guess I'm just thinking more about like character development.
I mean, listen, I don't disagree with that. But you seem to want to know about the whole financial thing. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you can get literally, instead of waiting until later on to get to the financial aspect. You can just figure that all out right, like damn near today type of shit.
Yeah, but who's to say that I done got this fast money? Who's to say that I know what to do with it? And who's to say I would get this fast money and wouldn't blow it? There's like a Bible verse speaking in terms of fast money dwindles away.
I don't disagree with that, and I think you are correct in that thought process. However, with the personality type that you have, and maybe I'm wrong, so correct me if I'm incorrect, but I feel as though if you were to get fast money like that, you'd be smart enough not to just blow the whole thing.
You know what? I believe so, but I do think there's an appreciation that comes with earning your money.
That is true.
What you have.
Yeah, that is true.
And I do think it's kind of easy just to go and win a lotto ticket and have a lot of money. And I truly do understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I still think I'm young, and who's to say that I won't fuck it up? Or who's to say that the wrong people won't know? Like, there's also a lot of things that... How I also look at it is everything changes now. Like, everything would change. So who's to say I don't get this money and now the wrong people find out and now I know? Because typically those people are put on the news. Typically, if people find out, like, if once you win the lotto, your name's out there.
Yeah, but how would the wrong people find out? What do you mean the wrong people find out?
Well, I think just like certain people who might not have your best intentions at heart but know you have money, so now they're coming to talk to you to try to, what I'm saying?
But couldn't that happen? I mean, wouldn't you say that can happen regardless, even if you were to work for your money and make it? The wrong people come into your life and try to...
I believe so, but they don't know how much money I got. The lottery people know exactly how much money
They do tell you.
Compared to me just building up, I could be a millionaire. I might have money, but people might not. They don't know exactly how much
unless,
I have.
Of course, you're out there advertising.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just think so much more public eye is placed on that, and I think much more people will kind of know to a certain extent.
So your whole thing will be about self-improvement?
If I was to go back, yeah. I would try to find a way to... I would actually try to tell myself something to where it would actually just help me in the long run just with my personal development and me as a person.
And there's really nothing that you would tell there's no question that you would ask your future self that has nothing to do with that finances? Nah. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised by that. I figured there'd be at least one or two things that you might be interested in your future self.
Maybe do I got a shorty or a wife or something?
Well, that's what I had said earlier. Like, are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have the home that you kind of want? Is the team house built? Do you still talk to the team? Like, do you still hang out with the boys? Are your parents still alive? Are your sisters still, like, kicking? Do your sisters have kids?
I expect no offense, and I hope it's not true, but my parents being alive, I kind of, not that I expect them to be dead, but...
and then now it kind of depends on...
how old I am.
Yeah, how old the person... Like, is it a 35-year-old you talking? Is it 55-year-old talking? If it's 85-year-old, of course,
it's
done up. But 35-year-old you, there's still a chance.
Even at 50, it's...
Well, yeah, I think at 50 it might be kind of close.
It's done up. My parents now are already 60.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm 50, that's another 27 years?
Yeah.
Now, listen, my parents could live another 27 years. It'd be a blessing, but there's no
guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
So I'm kind of like...
But you can
they will be like 87, 88. So, like, yeah, it's a possibility. But, I'm kind of in my mind... By the time I'm fit to prepare myself, I'm already kind of like, there's a good chance that they might not.
I mean, I'll say it's my eldest grandma who passed away. She died at 99. So.
Yeah, and listen, my grandma's alive right now. She 88.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's definitely...
You never know.
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't ask...
You wouldn't ask if you still talk to the team? Nah. No.
And I probably come up. This probably comes up being like me being quite like selfish or like.
I'm not. I wouldn't say it's coming off as selfish, but it's just surprising
that the only thing I care about is money.
Yeah, bruh. Like, that's the only thing you want. Does America still exist? Type shit. Like, did our country fail?
It would either be it would either be money or am I. It would still be money wise, but it would be like, am I taking care of my family right now? Do I have enough financials to where I'm taking care of my family and making sure they straight?
Oh, so you still ask about the... Well, you wouldn't know about the family, though, because it's just saying, yes, you do have the money to do it.
Take care, yeah.
No, you don't have
So, like, that one might not be because he might not explain how much money I got. He might just be like, oh, yeah, you can take care of your family.
Frankly, that one.
But I would frame it in a way to where I know if I'm making enough. I'd be like, am I taken care of? I would be like, listen, I'm not sure if you got a wife and kids, but do I have enough money to where I could take care of my wife and kids? And if my parents are still alive, my parents, and if my sisters are still here, my sisters and their family. And if he says yes or no, then I kind of know how much. I have an idea of how much money I'm making. If I'm taking care of that much people, I got bread. But if he like, nah. Or maybe he might be like, oh, you're only taking care of this. Or you only take care of your immediate family.
Yeah, true.
He might figure out, be like, yo, you don't got an immediate family. Like, it's just like your sisters or something like that. I'd be like, damn. So, like, that question I might find a little bit more. But I also might just want to leave some of that up just to, like, I would like to leave some of that up just to mystery. And I would hate to get an answer that I don't want. And now that I'm back here in reality. I'm now sitting here thinking about what I did wrong, what I'm now second guessing everything. Compared to now, I could just live out my life how it's going to be. And it's just like, well, the future's the future. I went back to the past because I already know what it was.
And I was just about to ask you, do you kind of think that the reason a lot of people said the past is just because it's easier to go back because you know what it is?
A lot of people actually said the future one
will be easier.
No, wait. Are you talking about the question, like the poll? Or are you just saying...
Which one would be easier to handle? Like,
which one would be easier to handle, I think, would be the past.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting, out of the 6,000 votes, people said they would rather go to the future.
Because they want to know what the future's like.
Exactly. But I think the easiest probably, to a certain extent, probably would be the past. But I think to a certain extent, everyone is very curious about what their life is going to be like.
Because essentially, you're the future version now of yourself. So you're kind of going back and telling yourself what it is.
Yeah. But I think the reason why I think people would rather go to the future than to go back to the past in that poll is strictly off the fact that people are very interested in...
Because you already know what happened in the past.
Exactly. So they want to know the unknown. Mm-hmm. So they would go to their future self and talk to them. In my scenario, the reason why is because I kind of just want to leave the future for mystery. Just leave it up to whatever it is. Because I don't want to get an answer right now. I don't want to get an answer about my future that right now is going to have me upset and have me overthinking. Because knowing myself, if I get an answer I don't like, I'm going to come back here and be like, damn, what I do wrong? Now I'm second guessing a lot of the things that I'm doing.
It might make you a little bit more paranoid.
It'll make me so much more paranoid compared to just going back to my past, telling myself certain characteristic things. I'm like, yo, this will help you. And then that'll kind of help me become the man I am today. And maybe that might help me get to where I want to be in the future.
Why not just ask your future self, go in the future, ask your future self, what can make me successful?
I could do that. That's a great question.
Because how I'm thinking about it, right? There are specific things we kind of went through as men that made us into the men that we are today.
Yeah.
And, of course, I think you are correct in saying if you were to tell yourself, you know, what was it that you had said that you were going to do when you go back in the past?
I'll take more risks?
Yeah. If you tell yourself to take more risks, there's a chance that you actually take that advice and you do take more risks. But that there's also a chance that changes you so drastically that you're no longer who you are today. What if you take so much risk, nigga, you end up with a kid now at an early age?
Yeah.
What if you take so much risk, nigga, you end up getting killed?
Yeah.
You know,
I would say take calculated risk.
All right, well, yeah, you gotta say it. Take calculated. Yeah, take calculated.
Be smart, nigga.
Be smart with your risks. Of course, of course, take risks, but take calculated risks.
Exactly.
But like, how I was thinking about it and why I didn't also choose a pass was there are just certain things that put us into the position that we are in now.
Of course.
Why I'm be so hesitant to tamper with the past. Because there's a possibility that the life that we are living and the life that we kind of want for ourselves kind of takes a different track. And now you're on a whole nother level because you told yourself one specific thing.
Yeah.
Compared to asking yourself, your future self, a specific question, kind of like that. It's like, what's something I could do now to make myself more successful? What's something I could do now or change my mindset to wherein I can be a better man? How can I be a better father? Something like that you can actually take and bring into the future with you instead of kind of going to the past and tampering with that. Because I think that's what makes you the man that you are now. All the shit that you went through as a boy, as a young adult coming up.
Yeah.
You know, those times, the good times and the bad times, are what made you into the Tyler that you are now, the Trey that I am now.
Yeah.
And we only got 23 years. So we really haven't gone through that much history yet to fully, I feel like, if we were to tamper with much, it could drastically change what outcomes we have in our current lives. That's at least what I was thinking.
Fair enough. I like the question. If anything, that would probably be a question I would ask. I like that question. But I wouldn't, if I was to ask my future self a question, it would be something like that. It wouldn't be anything about how my life is currently at that.
Yeah, because it's literally just flipping what you would tell yourself in the past.
Yeah. But I guess like compared to
the past, ask that.
But I guess what I'm saying, just like compared to yours, is you're asking him a question about your life at that age. Let's say it's 50. You're asking him about himself at 50 years old.
Yeah.
If I was to go, I wouldn't ask myself about how my life is at 50. I would have to ask a question like that because I don't want to know about how 50-year-old Tyler's living. Because if he's living like a bum, this is unfortunate. And it's quite sad for me to like come back to 23-year-old Tyler and be like, damn, well, I have.
In regards to the question that I asked whether or not either one, I got married or two, I have kids. I can take it or leave it for both those things.
Yeah, because the question I'm asking, I'm not.
Yeah,
the question I'm asking is more like I want to.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for a specific answer.
Yeah.
Like if you say the others, like you're fine with a yes or no either way.
Yeah.
I'm not fine with a no. You know what I'm saying? I need a yes. I need a yes. Yeah. I need a yes.
So you should ask questions. Ask questions that you're okay with. With getting the yes or no. So far,
that's the only question I'm fine with. Is what you said about what traits do I need to be?
Yeah, I think that. And frankly, if you think about it more and you're able to like cultivate better questions, that would probably help out. But I think asking a question like that would help. Yeah, kind of like what we do to the older gentlemen now. It's like, yo, what's something that you wish you knew in your 20s?
Yeah.
Go to your 50-year-old selves. Like, yo, what's something that I could do now that you believe that you wish you knew at my age? Yeah. Boom. That's a great question to ask yourself.
All right, that's fine. I'll ask that question. All right, cool. I can ask him that.
Look at me out here helping you out type shit.
Yeah, facts. I ain't ask him nothing else though.
That's it?
Hey, I ain't ask you nothing else. He said that shit. I'm like, all right, my nigga.
That is done. Yeah, well, I mean, you only
get one question. I only get one question.
You do
only get one question, bro. I go to that nigga with a notebook and a pencil. Take notes, and after that, like, all right, bro, I love you, Brody. You the nigga.
Yeah, because it is still
It is me, bro.
It also be real cool to see yourself at that age, whatever age you are.
Thanks.
You know, because
it also be sad though. Like, what if, like you say, what if you go like you're fat, bro? Like you're overweight.
That would be rough.
That would be.
But like, I just knowing the type of personality types we have, I would still think that your personality type that you have continues out throughout your life.
I think we all, but we all grow as people, and you also got to understand. You don't know what happened between 23 and 50 that made you who you are at 50. So this is how you are. And obviously, I'm not wishing this on either me or you. God forbid.
Yeah.
But like at 23, we have this mindset. Who's to say something doesn't happen to where you're 50 and now you're fat and bald in a studio apartment? I understand how you're thinking, but we live in a world that's very, very unpredictable.
Damn, yeah.
You also didn't also look at us now. At 10 years old, I never thought I'd have a podcast. No. You know what I'm saying?
Or graduated college.
That's what I'm saying. So like when we were younger, or even if you're not even going to say 10, even at 18 when we first met, I never thought I'm going to have a podcast with this nigga.
Nah, I'm here to just do my 4 years.
Exactly, bro. Man, I was supposed to be what's that called?
NFL?
No. Well, yes, but that was all I was going to say. I was supposed to be a physical therapist.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot that happens where you don't think. So obviously, God forbid, and I'm really not trying to speak ill on anything, because obviously, if that happens to either of us, that's very sad times.
That's for real,
and something
like
unfortunate.
That's like the opposite of what we believe now.
Exactly.
You know.
But you also got to take into. I think it'd be kind of quite naive of either of us to expect to at 50 where this is definitely how we're going to be and definitely how we're going to look. That's the goal and that's the plan, and I'm saying we're going to do everything to make sure that happens. But there are certain things that happen in life that are out of our control.
But let me ask you this. What kind of fat are you talking? Are you just talking just like regular chubby fat, or like
I'm talking
like a whole bunch of pounds on you?
Like beer belly, yeah, bro. Like you got a double chin and all.
Damn.
With the bean, nigga.
I can't see myself looking like that, bro. I just can't see myself
you
looking
walk
like
in,
that.
bro, you got a bag of chips on your chest.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Using that shit to hold up
They got
chips.
Cheeto dust on your shirt type shit. That's rough, man.
Look at your fingers.
Oh.
Like, oh, what's good, bro?
I just can't imagine myself fat, bro. I've never been fat before.
Yeah.
So like, see my future self like that, I'd be very scared.
I say this, and I know we're a little bit different because we kind of take care of our health, and it's something that I see myself doing for the rest of life.
Yeah.
But I have been around a lot of men and talked to a lot of men who are much like older, as in their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, damn, I remember when I had a full head of hair. Or damn, man, I remember when I was slim. I remember when I didn't eat. I could eat anything and I didn't put on any pounds.
I can accept the not having a full head of hair because I do understand that that's more of a young man thing.
But there's a lot of people too who's like, yo, I remember when I had problems putting on weight.
True, because
I hit a certain age and I started to get fat. I started to get big. I couldn't. And they didn't keep those same.
I remember when we were working out with your friend, he said he was kind of like me because we're both the same height.
Exactly.
And he was like, at your age, he's like, you probably burn through like calories real quickly. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't keep on weight right now.
Yeah.
He's like, at 30, that changes. So like, of course, it's good to have the mentality of continuously going to the gym now, which you want to keep going. But you are correct. After a while, it does kind of fall off.
You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't think it would fall off to the point where, and I don't think we'll get a beer belly because we don't drink.
Now we usually get fat. See, the thing with us is just a little different because of the habits we have. But like I said, there are things that
you never
happen,
know. Yeah, the world is unpredictable.
I'm speaking in terms of unpredictability.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking in terms of our habits and making sure we keep up with it. I'm speaking about shit that we don't even foresee happening to us. And it happens.
My mother had a friend of hers that she went to high school with. And he was like very slim and in shape, right?
Yeah.
He had gotten into a car accident though. And because he got into a car accident, he had to stay in the hospital for like, I don't know how long, but for an extended period of time, longer than like you usually would just for a checkup. So because of that, they had to like feed him. And of course, he's not active no more.
So he's gaining weight.
He's just sitting on the bed. So he's just gaining weight. When we finally come out the hospital, it was like a big guy now. He's like fat. And he just never lost any of the pounds because he's past his 30s at this point,
Exactly.
He's just not the same man no more.
And that's something he couldn't foresee. He made out. Maybe he had the plan of making sure that he was going to stay in shape the rest of his life.
True.
But a car accident, which no one ever foresees.
Yeah, no, you don't really foresee that.
Unless
you're out here doing crazy shit. But I'm quite positive that.
And even if you're doing crazy shit, you ain't thinking you finna get in a car accident.
Yeah. You think everyone else going to do it, but
exactly. You think, oh, okay, I'm the exception. Mm-hmm. Maybe except if you're like a F1 driver or a NASCAR when like you're going at.
Yeah, but you're expected to do that though.
Yeah. Type. So that exactly. It's a little bit more of expectation. But that's the part that also you have to take into account. You might see yourself and you're not where you I'm not gonna say where you want to be, because who's to say like you'll pull up at like your older self home. Like maybe you might meet at like a neutral site, like at a cafe.
And you know what? It also would be cool to just kind of like see your younger self.
Yeah.
Like, damn. You can really only see your younger self through photos now or just videos.
That's it.
Like seeing them actually face to face, like damn, like
facts.
Seeing like 18-year-old Trey, seeing 14-year-old Trey, like kind of cool. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Seeing 10-year-old me too. I'm like, damn, bro, you're really a kid.
Facts.
And I'm sure he's gonna be immature as hell doing all those.
I'm like, damn, you annoying.
Yeah. But I love you though, cause
it's like you lucky you me, bro. Yeah. Other than that, bro, you annoying.
You're genuinely a mini me. Literally a mini me.
Literally.
All right, man. So I wanted to get to the next topic that we kind of got going. I have been noticing lately. I say America's a very hypersexual society.
Okay.
Very hypersexual. We are sexualizing damn near everything. Movies, TV shows, even in our media, and our music.
Yeah.
Just listen to some of the music that we listen to. I saw a woman, and she was like, this is why she doesn't listen to female rappers, which was kind of shocking to hear from a female.
Facts.
But she was like, I don't listen to female rappers because the majority of them talk about their box. Just talk about their pussy in their time.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, you know what? That does make sense,
then like,
man.
what, Sexy Red or something my pussy pink and shit like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, okay. The only thing I know about that song is that part. Bro. I never listened to it. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. That's not for me. But it does come to show, and the way America is, the question essentially is degeneracy slowly killing America and its society? Personally, I think yes. We've lost the morals that we once had. We don't believe in family anymore. Everyone's having sex way before marriage. Kids are having sex at such a young age now. Porn is so easily accessible to young boys and girls. It's just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion. And I've seen videos of people trying to justify adults getting with kids.
That's wild.
I know. It's just ridiculous. And I think it's extremely inappropriate. there's no justifiableness to it. I don't understand how you can try to say it's okay for an adult to get with a child. Like, that's
wild.
You shouldn't be doing that. But there are people out there that actually try to justify this. And like, slowly but surely, bro, we're going down the wrong path. Literally what you were saying, I don't know which video it was, but you were telling me about it today, wherein people said Satan is good.
Oh, bruh. And I was like, yo, what am I watching?
It's like, how is that even? How is this even a conversation? Yeah. How are we even having? We should all just agree it's a bad guy. Yeah, he represents evil.
Shorty said in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Shorty said, we never got
his point of view.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Shorty said we never got his point of view, bro.
There's a reason.
We never got his side of the story.
There's a reason he's the king of hell, bro. He's the king of hell for a reason.
His side of the story. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I've noticed it more and more, man. The way what's in our music, drugs, killing, all that extra stuff, you know. The way women dress, they don't be dressing modest no more. The way men act, they act like, a lot of them act not like actual men now.
Like bitches.
Essentially, to be honest with you. I wasn't trying to be so cruel with it, but you're fact. They do act like bitches these days. It's hard to respect a lot of guys. It really is. I look at them and I'm just like, yo, bro, why aren't you putting yourself together? What are you doing? And then you see the women that fuck with those same guys and it's like, bro, what are you doing? It's hard to respect you. She already gave a pussy to a lame. Come on now, man. What are we doing? It's ridiculous.
As much as how do I articulate this? As much as there's women complaining about how there aren't any good men out there and how they want men to make a certain amount of money, there's also a decent amount of women who are, like you just said, giving pussy to a man.
Yes.
And it's a shame.
Yes. And it baffles me how they're complaining that there are no good men, but they'll still deal with these bad guys. They'll still deal with men who don't want to better themselves.
Yeah. Who
have no problems getting a whole bunch of baby mamas.
Yeah.
They still deal with them.
They'll stay right beside them.
Yeah, of course. There's I remember showing you this. Like the rapper. I don't know what his name is.
Zeddy Will.
Is that his name?
Is it Zeddy Will or Will Zeddy?
I don't listen to this shit. But regardless, like he got like 5 girls pregnant at the same time.
Which is crazy.
Can you imagine some shit like that, bro?
Nah.
What kind of society supports that? What kind of society does that? That's not good in any way, shape, or form. And I think he's younger than us.
Is he?
I thought he was like 21.
He might be. I think he's between the ages of 20 and like 23, 24.
That's young, bro.
If he is older than us, it's by like a year or two. Like I'm not talking about this. He's like around our age.
He's around our age, bro, and it's just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. And there's just
5 kids at once is crazy.
That child support money is going to be hurting.
Facts. I mean, apparently he's a rapper. I don't know how much money he's making in.
Listen, man. Let's see how long that career lasts. Because rap careers are quite difficult to have longevity in. There's a lot of people who are rappers. Only the A1 people who've been doing it for years, you know, Future, Chris Brown, Drake. Them niggas kind of got that Kendrick, the 21. They kind of got that staple on them of they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of people who start rapping and don't make it. Yeah. Getting into the music industry in of itself is quite difficult.
It's very difficult.
Everyone wants to get into the music industry.
Exactly.
Of course, it's quick, easy money, but like, bro, it's the careers.
I think
don't last as long as you think they do.
I actually don't think it's quick and easy money. I think a lot of people think it is, and that's why they get into it. I think it takes a little bit more work, a little bit more effort. I do think
if you figure out the formula, you can really get it down pat, though.
Yeah, but
there's a formula to these things.
But kind of to your point, how many people are good enough or willing to put in the work to figure out the formula? There's a reason why only a certain amount of people know the formula. If it was that easy, then everyone would figure it out.
Everyone would be just doing it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, true. I guess you're not wrong there. But I do slowly think it is killing us. Yeah. You know, it's hurting the generations after us. I've seen stats where young women in high school are feeling more pressure than ever. They're sadder than ever just because of the shit they're seeing online. You know, they don't feel any hope.
I don't mean to cut you off, but do you think it's pushed, degeneracy? Or, all right, 'cause that's kind of like vague, but like the stuff that you would put under degeneracy in terms of like drinking, partying,
smoking, just getting intoxicated.
Exactly. The sexualization of like music, or the sexualization of just, I guess, us people. But when it comes to music, when it comes to how females are dressing,
peer pressure,
how men carry themselves, and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I do think so. I was in middle school at the time. Maybe 7th or 8th grade. And I had a friend of mine that tried to get me to smoke weed. Middle school, bro. Not even high school yet. And of course, I was strong enough to I'm not going to handle your peer pressure. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to do that. But there are kids out there that will still follow in foot, you know? I've heard young girls, and this is just so sad. I feel bad for them, man. But their friends are talking about, like, who they're sleeping with. And because they haven't done that yet, they feel some type of way.
Yeah.
So they then rush and do that too.
Yeah. Crazy enough, that happens to, and that's definitely like fucked up. That even happens to us men.
Yeah, that happens to guys too, without a doubt.
In like high school, like
without a doubt,
you ain't had sex with a girl yet. You
they
ain't
make
had
fun of
no
you,
girlfriend, but they start roasting you, bro. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, and it kind of does make you feel, especially when you have, especially at that age, it does kind of make you feel like, damn, am I doing the right thing? Like, it kind of makes you feel like if by you kind of abstaining, that like you're doing the wrong thing.
I know, and it's so disappointing because there are men and women out there that are genuinely trying to wait, like they haven't had sex with anybody, and they're genuinely trying to wait until marriage, and we put them down. I've seen videos of men and women alike saying that you're an idiot for waiting until marriage because how you gonna know what you like?
Yeah, I hear that shit.
That's not what the mindset should be.
Nah.
At all.
The whole point is no one fucks at all.
Exactly. So you get with the one person, and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
And also you have nothing to compare it to because you both are y'all guys first.
Exactly.
So there is no like you don't know what you like because y'all both are doing this for the first time.
Exactly. You grow together.
Exactly.
You know? And I have seen situations where specifically women, they've only been with their one husband, right? And then their friends put it in their mind that they're missing out, that they need to go out there and explore, find out what you like, because the argument is, well, you haven't been with that many people, so you don't know what you like. So they go out and they sleep around with a whole bunch of other men, and they destroy their marriage. And then they feel lost. They're just like, well, I wasted the importance, and they understand the importance of what sex really was with just the one important person.
Yeah.
It don't feel the same when you're just sleeping with a whole bunch of people.
Nah, bro.
And
the crazy thing is you lost everything just for a couple nights of fun.
For a couple nights, man. And then you end up sad and alone.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but there's nothing we can do at this point.
It's the way of the world.
We just have to, literally all you can do is just sit back and watch it happen.
Yeah.
We have no control anymore.
You don't gotta like
it. The wheels are off the cart and we're just going downhill. That's really all we can say at this point. No one man, no one woman can change it. We can preach as much as you want. People can talk about this shit on how many ever podcasts they want. People can react to videos as much as they want. The damage has already been done.
Yeah.
It has happened for 2 to 3 generations now. I heard a man saying literally the generations have to die out for it to fully
kind of be like a race type shit. Like we gotta start from scratch. Like start over.
Yeah. We gotta hit rock bottom yet. We haven't hit rock bottom. That's the thing. We haven't hit rock bottom. We think it's bad now. It's going to get worse.
Oh, it's definitely going to get worse.
It's going to get worse.
Because it has gotten worse all the way up till now.
Yeah.
Things weren't this bad, of course, at one point.
No.
But it's only have gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think it was rough, too, this is like a continuous topic on our podcast, but like I think social media doesn't help.
Nah. Because social media is pushing it faster.
Yeah.
So we're essentially pushing this faster down the hill.
Yep.
It is creating a rift between men and women because I saw a crazy stat where like women now coming up don't one, they don't respect us, and 2, they're actually very fearful of us.
Fearful?
Yeah, they don't trust us at all, bro.
You said this was a stat?
Well, majority of women. I don't know the number though. So like please
you're good.
Take that with a grain of salt.
I guess the reason why I asked this is like, if this was a video, like how did it explain like why are women fearful?
Essentially, what the guy was doing, he was going around. It was more like
he was going around Jackson females.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of them saying like they don't believe men want like the benefit of, or men want the better of women. Essentially, like the
like
best
they don't
for
want,
them.
Yeah.
They want to tear us down. And I'm like, bro, that's not true. I don't think that's true. But then again, I don't know what the women what their lives are like and what they have gone through with men.
I think also, and this goes for both sides, but like in terms of the women, I think they just had a couple of niggas kind of fuck them over.
Yeah.
And because of that, they kind of view the world from a certain lens.
That's
just
true,
like with certain men, they've had a couple girls fuck them over, and now they view the world from a certain.
And you know, to kind of go off of that too, for some guys, I don't even think they had women fuck them over. For some guys, I think they just see what women are posting online.
Yeah.
Think all women are like this, and they're like, I'm just not going to deal with them.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's also the bad thing about social media too, is because sometimes it can kind of skew the message. And a lot of people will see one video and think that one video is the majority.
Yeah, and it essentially magnifies the bad behavior to an extent.
Yeah.
That it's just pushed so much.
Yeah.
You know? We all, and as much as like we try to give advice, we try to give like decent advice that we would follow.
Yeah.
You know? Not everyone does. I've seen men and women alike give bad advice. I'll never forget seeing a woman say, and I disagreed with this wholeheartedly. It was quite upset hearing her say this because I'm like, yo, you're messing it up for the men because this is not true. This isn't true at all. But you're also messing it up for the women because they're going to believe you.
Fair.
Then they're actually going to follow in foot. And then they're going to end up sad wondering why we can't find good men. But essentially what she was telling girls was to not build with men. Don't build with them. Wait until they already got their millions, they already got all their money, and then try to get them. Because, and this was her logic, she was essentially saying, when you build with a man, and he's officially made it, he got the money, he got all this stuff, you, the woman, will remind him of when he had nothing. And then you'll leave because he doesn't want to be reminded of those times.
That's not how this works.
And that's not how men work.
That's not how this works.
A good man ain't going to do that. One, we gonna appreciate you more than anything.
Matter of fact, we will remember when you were there.
That's what we
had
want.
Nothing, and we will appreciate you because you were there when we
had nothing.
You supported us when we were at zero.
Nothing.
So it's like
you loved me before anybody else did.
Exactly.
Before you had fans. Before you had thousands of followers.
Everyone
before
else
you had thousands of dollars.
Exactly. Everyone else loves me because of what I have become. But you loved me before I was this.
Else.
Before I was huge.
You're not loving me on the condition I had something.
Facts.
You're loving me unconditionally.
You love me when I had. You love me when I had nothing.
Nothing. You just wanted me.
Exactly.
And that's more than enough.
Exactly.
So I know for certain you're not here. You're not on this ride for a bag. You're not on it for clout. You're on it because you know the man that I am.
Yep.
You've seen me work and try to become a better man.
Yep.
And like you respect me because of it. But she's giving women bad advice saying don't build with us. And I'm like, yo, you're putting women back. Because we're supposed to, it's not a competition between the genders. We're supposed to be helping each other.
We're supposed to help each other grow.
But lately now it's just so hostile. Both sides hate each other.
So we have beef.
Men and women alike. You know? Men hate the way women are acting. Women hate the way men are weak. It's just like, yo, we can't, there's no seeing eye to eye anymore.
No.
And the more I've noticed it, it's really put me off of relationships too. 'Cause I'm not, I'm just going to work and try to be the best man that I could possibly be. Because eventually I know women will appreciate that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not giving up on women. Because I know there's still good women out there. Regardless, I know there are bad women everywhere. There are bad men everywhere. But for me I just like women too much to just not.
Just throwing the towel.
Just not deal with them all together. I just have to be cautious.
Exactly.
That's kind of just what I see it as. When I see red flags, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Just go. There's and the thing that I didn't know at 18, there's always another one, bro.
Oh, of course.
There's always another one. When I had my girl then, I thought I couldn't get another girl. I did.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, nigga, I thought I was just going to be the one.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys and women alike get this in their mind wherein they'll stay in a bad situation just because, well, I can't do anything better, so I might as well just stick it out.
It's that scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
They're afraid that they can't get anything better. Or rather, not even necessarily anything better. They're afraid they can't get anything else
at all. Yeah.
after this.
After this, I'm done. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
But, and this is also why I think that when people get out of relationships, they shouldn't just run into another one. I think that doesn't help them, and I don't think it's beneficial to them. One, you can't get time to essentially reevaluate how that relationship went.
Oh, without a doubt.
You need time to however long the relationship was. I understand if it was like a month or two. All right, fine. But a lot of people are in long-term relationships.
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years. You break up with someone like that, You need to take some time to yourself. Like, all right, listen, I need to work on me for a couple months, figure out what happened, where did I go wrong, because no one's innocent in the breakup. Everyone has
everyone
done
plays
something.
a role, bro.
Yeah,
everyone
you have to have done something. And if you ask a girl or a guy, which I do this whenever someone tells me like they broke up with somebody, I was like, all right, well, what did you do wrong? What did they do wrong? What did you do wrong? And if you can't tell me one thing you did wrong, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, come on, bro, you're not being honest.
There's not one thing you did. You were perfect the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro.
Then you wouldn't have broken up.
Facts.
Because if you were perfect, if you were the perfect girlfriend,
then why would they have left?
Then why
you?
would they have left? Why would you have left him?
Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
It's not adding up. So you're showing me you ain't honest. And you don't leave yourself time to grow, you know? Hopping out of one relationship, getting into another one. Hopping out of another relationship, getting into another one. I know as women tend to do that the most. They call it like monkey branching.
I ain't ever heard that, but I do know a lot of women do that.
Yeah. The term is called monkey branching. So essentially, while they're in a relationship with one guy, they will actively search for another man. So as soon as they break up, they got something on the side. Which is why girls
that shit already lined up.
Yeah, which is why girls tend to, as soon as they get out of one relationship, they get in another one. But like that isn't smart because one, it shows that you're just dependent on relationships. You can't truly be alone, be by yourself.
You can't be independent.
Nah. Which is funny because someone claimed to be so strong and independent.
An independent woman ain't no man.
And yet you can't survive without a fucking relationship. Ain't that ironic? But over time, man, I've just noticed, and it has disappointed me, just the hypersexualization, the amount of, and the easy access to pornography. It doesn't take much for a 10-year-old kid to just search this shit up, and it's gonna be on his phone.
Bro, it's on our phones, bro.
It's right there.
It's on our phones.
It's not hard.
It's not regulated, not nothing, bro.
Nothing, you know. No. And one of the biggest mistakes I believe our Supreme Court did, it was in 1957. They legalized that shit. Because it wasn't legal before. They legalized pornography. And ever since then, it's just been a downward spiral.
Also, they say it's normal, too. It's normal to watch porn.
It shouldn't.
It's normal to masturbate.
It shouldn't be.
No, listen, man, I agree with you.
It's absolutely
but literally, they say
it's a form of art, which is not true.
Yeah, bro. I remember I saw on Reddit, this one dude was like, actually asking for advice. Like, yo, like, how do I...
stop watching?
How do I stop?
Oh, okay, good.
And there are multiple people that are like, yo, why would you stop? Like, it's normal. It's healthy for you. It'll cure you for prostate cancer. Like,
and that is... I've heard that before. You know, there's like, if you don't nut at all, you have a higher chance of prostate cancer.
Do you know how you also cure prostate cancer? You fuck bitches.
Exactly. Bruh, that's what I was thinking too.
Fuck bitches.
That's what I'm thinking too. But like, listen, I think that's a cop out, in my personal opinion. It's a cop out, and it's their justification to keep doing that bad behavior.
That is normal and that is healthy.
That's what they're using against themselves, bruh.
But also, it's not like, bruh. Look, I believe I'm a man of God. At least I'm trying to be a man of God. Let me say that. But the Lord ain't meant for us to watch porn and masturbate all the time. Nope. Like, the whole point was to have sex, crazy enough, with our wives. Not even with a whole bunch of women.
Yeah, just with our wives.
With our wives, bro. And best believe, I truly believe this, that if you went a couple years and didn't masturbate at all,
you'd be okay.
You wouldn't you wouldn't automatically get prostate cancer.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like tomorrow.
It's not like a thing. And typically, to my knowledge, men who have prostate cancer are typically older men. Yeah. We ain't talking about now. Yes, they're probably 23-year-olds and 20-year-olds who do have prostate cancer.
Of course.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but I'm pretty sure the majority are older men who get that. So I just have a feeling you'll be fine. But yeah, that's why. Well, they keep saying that it's normal. They keep saying that it's okay. And now imagine hearing that shit at 10. Imagine being 10 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old. You just hitting puberty type shit, and you're hearing, oh, okay, this is normal to do. This is normal. This is okay. It's okay to watch this. It's okay to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you're going to pick it up. Now you're going to pick up that habit. because you believe it's normal, because you done had people tell you. You done been in health class and they told you. You done been online and they told you. You done had your friends, they told you. Yeah. You have everyone telling you that it's normal, so now you thinking, oh, okay, this is normal.
And more kids are being introduced to these things at a very young age.
At a young age,
Extremely young age, man.
I remember I saw some shit. I don't know if this was in, maybe Florida outbanned it, but I remember they were trying to teach kids about sex in like kindergarten or some crazy shit. I'm like, yo, they're children.
In Virginia, I believe, at one of those meetings where all the school, the
PTA?
School, either a PTA meeting or like a school board meeting or something like that. One of the kids came and like read a book that was in the library, and the graphic content, it was essentially like teaching them how to masturbate.
Damn.
And the words that were just being read, bro, I'm like, there's no way.
By a kid is wild.
But there's no way you should be reading that. Yeah. Like, this is
like
literally porn. This is literally just written pornography. That's all it is.
It's called like Exotica or something stupid like that. It's like written.
I'm not sure. I really don't know the name of it. But regardless, it's just, I think it's erotic, actually. Yeah, I think that might be.
It's like written. It's like pornography, but like in words.
In words.
It's like written
down. Bro. And then there was another one where it was like two boys doing like stuff together, and I'm like, yo, listen, why are we?
That's wild.
Why are we having this in our school system? Why are we not just learning about stars and the moon and all that other shit, that the environment? Why are we not learning earth science?
I believe.
Why are we not learning algebra? And
there's a time and a place.
Of course, I don't disagree with that.
And if you are 7 years old, 6
years
old,
you should. That's not the time
nor the place. Facts,
without
bro.
a doubt.
This ain't it.
Without a doubt.
This ain't it.
Bro. I don't think you should be learning any of that in middle school.
Nah, but you should learn how to write.
Yes.
How to read.
How to read.
Yeah, like,
which is a shame because the majority of our kids don't know how to read or write.
But they know porn. Ain't that
they know
bitch,
sex,
bro?
They know sex. They
Ain't
know
something?
about what's that girl's name? Red, whatever her name.
Sexy Red.
Bro, I saw a video of a whole bunch of kids singing her song.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's crazy, right?
What kind of parents do that? Allow your kid to listen to that shit.
Well, also, I think about it is too, some shit just happens at school. So some shit your kids are exposed to, you're not even around. They're at school, and you can control what happens in your house. But if your kid's at school, you can't control someone blasting that shit.
That's true, but like, at least in that video, it didn't seem like they were at school.
Nah, I understand that, but I am saying there are just certain times where
I don't disagree, and I also think someone was recording them. Of course, that wasn't a kid recording them; it was an adult, and they're actively, it reminds me. I remember seeing this too. This was just like 3 or so odd years ago when King Von was alive. Are you
talking about where you was?
It was like It was like a kid's 10th birthday party, bro. I remember driving down my mom's driveway, and I was going away, and I was like, oh damn, someone's listening took her to the O. I'm like, that's type tough. I look over to my right. It was like, happy birthday, so and so, 10th birthday, and it was a whole bunch of kids. I took her to the strip. I'm like, oh my god, and the parents are just standing around and having fun.
They probably singing. They probably like, this shit hard.
They were singing this shit religiously, like they knew all the lyrics better than me and you. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing here?
Yes.
But this is a type of stuff that is contributing to the downfall of America.
Oh, you know what? Speaking about that, I saw a video. It was 3 kids. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up soon.
Of course.
I saw a video and it was of 3 kids. It was 3 young. I ain't gonna say 3 young men. They were kids, bro. I'm talking about like kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
Between kindergarten and 2nd grade, bro. They had a. So one of them Nerf gun bullets.
Yeah.
Bro, they were acting like that was a blunt.
Oh,
and they were passing. They were hitting it. They were like, "Yo, bro, let me get hit. Let me get hit.
Damn.
And they were actually acting like it was a blunt, bro.
They're gonna do it eventually.
And they were just passing it.
They're gonna do that eventually.
And they were cursing and all the other shit, but they were like, "Yo, why you holding it for so long, bro? Come on, pass it. What the fuck you doing, bro?" Took it, act like he was hitting it, bro. Yeah. And I'm telling, bro, like when I tell you these kids were young, bro, between the ages of probably like 6 and 9, 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Young kids.
They definitely gonna end up doing it one day. Those actions say everything. Like, that's what they see.
And it starts young. Exactly. It's what they see. And plus, kids' brain is very malleable, especially at a very young age.
We should bring back shame. Bring back shame.
Nah, bro. Shame is a bad thing.
Bring back shame. Shame 2024. That's what we should start saying, bro.
Shame 2024.
We need to bring it back, bro.
Make shirts, bro.
All right, but we do have to
Facts.
We do have to kind of wrap this shit up.
We are wrapping it up. We are coming near the end.
Of course.
Around this time, we give advice. So, Trey, you got any advice?
Start shaming niggas for doing stupid shit. Jesus, man. I'm ridiculously upset with this. But it's sad to see my society, this country that I love so much, and I think was at one point one of the greatest on the planet, kind of fall to the wayside because of how we're treating it, you know? For those out there that truly respect themselves, I commend you. I say keep it going. I know it's not easy. I know it's tough, you know? All the worldly desires that are pulling us to the wayside, it's quite difficult to kind of get up in the morning and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to participate in the drinking, the smoking, the sleeping around, the having sex, the doing the OnlyFans thing. I'm not going to participate in all that. You're going to do what's right for yourself. I know it's not easy. Frankly, me and Tyler are also on that same path. But
that shit hard.
I encourage you, bro, it's difficult, man. Right. I encourage you, truly encourage you to keep going. Don't give up on yourselves. You'll be better off for it. You know, it's unfortunate, but eventually all these people that are doing these things that are not good for them, they will reap the fruits of their labor. And they're going to realize, well, damn, all these things that I really should have been not focused on, it didn't pay off for me in the end. Kind of like the short-term pleasures.
Yeah, facts.
Listen, man, those aren't the things to follow. That's not what it is. It's not fun. And, of course, people going to think you're weird. People going to think you're weird for not drinking. Facts. People going to think you're weird for not smoking. Facts. People are going to think you're weird for being a virgin at whatever age you are.
Facts.
But don't listen to all that outside bullshit, bro. None of it. Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Follow what is right. What you believe to be right for yourself. That's my advice.
Yeah, my advice is say be comfortable saying no. It's okay to say no.
For real.
Kind of like to go off a lot of what Trey was saying. I think we live in a world where a lot of it is just like peer pressure. Like you see, especially being very young, you see a lot of your peers doing something, and you don't want to be weird. You kind of want to be accepted to a certain extent, but I think you don't have to. You know, if you feel like it's wrong and you feel like it's not what you're supposed to do, and you want to be on your own path, then frankly take your own path. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, listen, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to go here, or I want to do this. Like, it's perfectly fine. So be comfortable saying no, and honestly, just accept it. So that'll be my advice. Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all for real. You can find us on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. All episodes should be found there. Also, please check out our new YouTube channels. We have NOA Podcast clips, so if you guys do not have time to watch the whole thing, you could check out the clips. You could also check out NOA Adventures. That's just me and Trey's vlog channel, just us kind of fucking around and have fun. So check that out as well. We're also able to be found on Instagram. That's going to be NOA_podcast. Check out our TikTok. There's going to be NOA Podcast 1 and NOA Podcast 2. You can also check out our YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe so you can find exclusive content. That's where the ones that show is at for real. Once again, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all take care.
Have a good one.